The United States of America 1 dime dated 2012 with the P mint mark may look like an ordinary 10-cent coin at first glance. But behind its small size hides a deep and fascinating story connected to American power, daily life, and history. This coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, the oldest mint facility in the United States, a place where American money has been shaped since the very foundation of the nation. The year 2012 itself was a period of global uncertainty, economic recovery after the financial crisis, and changing technology. Yet millions of these dimes silently entered circulation without people realizing the historical continuity they represented. Every time someone spent this dime, it carried more than just monetary value. It carried over 2 centuries of tradition, trust, and national identity. Many Americans used it without ever stopping to examine its design, its metal, or its symbolism. But when you slow down and truly observe it, the coin begins to speak. Its simple appearance hides a powerful narrative of leadership, sacrifice, and stability. This is why even modern circulating coins like the 2012 P dime deserve attention. What seems common today could become a storyteller of the past tomorrow, and that idea alone creates a quiet suspense around this small piece of metal. On the obverse side of the 2012 P dime appears the portrait of President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, one of the most influential figures in American history. Roosevelt guided the United States through the Great Depression and World War II, and his image on the dime is not accidental or decorative. He was closely associated with the March of Dimes campaign, a movement that helped fight polio, the disease that paralyzed him later in life. After his death in 1945, the nation honored him by placing his portrait on the dime in 1946, and that design continues to this day. The 2012 P dime carries the same powerful portrait, reminding every holder of leadership during crisis and strength during hardship. Roosevelt's calm expression, firm jawline, and dignified posture reflect resilience rather than fear. Many people never realize they are holding the face of a man who reshaped modern America. Over decades, billions of hands have touched this same image, creating a silent connection between generations. The suspense lies in this continuity, because while times change, the symbols remain. This coin becomes a quiet witness to history repeating itself, crises rising and falling, and the nation enduring. The reverse side of the 2012 P United States dime features a torch in the center, flanked by an olive branch and an oak branch, each symbol carefully chosen. The torch represents liberty and enlightenment, suggesting that freedom must be actively protected and passed forward. The olive branch symbolizes peace, reflecting America's desire for diplomacy and stability, while the oak branch stands for strength and endurance. Together, these symbols tell a complete story of national values in a compact and elegant design. The inscription 1 dime and United States of America ground the coin in its practical purpose, while E pluribus unum reinforces the idea of unity from diversity. Even in 2012, a time when the world felt increasingly divided, this message remained unchanged. The suspense here is subtle but powerful. Can a small coin still carry such a strong message in a modern world driven by digital transactions? The answer lies in its survival. Despite technological advances, this dime continued circulating, reminding people of physical money's symbolic role. Every scratch and mark adds another layer to its ongoing story. From a technical perspective, the 2012 P dime is composed of a copper core clad with a layer of nickel, a standard composition used since 1965 after the removal of silver from dimes. This change was once controversial, as Americans had long associated real value with precious metal, and the disappearance of silver marked a major shift in U.S. coinage history. The 2012 dime weighs approximately 2.268 grams and measures 17.91 millimeters in diameter, making it one of the smallest U.S. coins. Yet its small size does not reduce its importance. The Philadelphia Mint produced hundreds of millions of these dimes in 2012 to meet everyday demand, ensuring that commerce could continue smoothly. What makes this interesting is that such massive production often leads people to believe a coin has no story or future value. However, history teaches collectors that even high-mintage coins can gain significance over time due to condition, errors, or historical context. The suspense grows when you consider that a single unnoticed error or perfectly preserved example could one day stand apart from millions of others. The P mint mark on the 2012 dime is another detail most people overlook, yet it holds historical significance. For many years, Coins produced at the Philadelphia Mint did not carry a mint mark at all, as it was considered the primary mint of the nation. It was only later that the P was added to most denominations, including the dime. Seeing this small letter reminds us that American coinage evolved with accountability and identification in mind. Each mint mark connects a coin to a specific place and moment in time. The 2012 P dime therefore represents not just a year, but a location with deep historical roots. The Philadelphia Mint has seen wars, depressions, revolutions in technology, and shifts in political power. When you hold this dime, you are holding a product of that living institution. The suspense lies in imagining how many hands this coin has passed through since 2012, how many stories it has silently observed, and where it might end up next. Although the 2012 P dime is still commonly found in circulation today, collectors often search for examples in uncirculated or mint state condition. Coins that have never been used retain sharp details, clean surfaces, and full luster, making them far more desirable. Over time, as circulation pieces become worn or lost, high-quality examples slowly disappear. This natural process creates future scarcity. Some collectors also search for die cracks, off-center strikes, or other minting errors that can dramatically increase a coin's value. These errors are unpredictable, adding an element of mystery and excitement to modern coin collecting. The idea that a simple dime in your pocket could be worth far more than its face value is what keeps collectors searching. The suspense builds when viewers realize they may already own something special without knowing it. That sense of hidden potential is exactly what makes coin history so addictive. Beyond value and metal, the 2012 P United States dime reflects American daily life in the early 21st century. It was used for parking meters, vending machines, bus fares, and countless small transactions that kept society moving. While paper money often gets attention, coins like the dime quietly support everyday routines. In 2012, the world was becoming increasingly digital, yet this coin proved that physical currency still mattered. It bridged generations, used by both elderly citizens and young students. The suspense comes from realizing that as cash usage declines, coins like this may become symbols of a fading era. Future generations may study them as artifacts of how people once lived, paid, and interacted. The dime thus transforms from a tool of convenience into a historical document. In the end, the United States of America 1 dime 2012 P is far more than 10 cents. It is a continuation of a design born in the aftermath of war, carrying the face of a president who redefined leadership and compassion. It is a product of one of the world's most historic mints, created during a time of global change and uncertainty. Its symbols whisper messages of liberty, peace, and strength to anyone willing to listen. What makes this coin truly fascinating is not rarity, but meaning. Millions exist, yet each one holds the same powerful story. And here lies the final suspense. Today it may be overlooked, spent without thought, or forgotten in a drawer, but tomorrow it may stand as a quiet reminder of an era that has passed. Sometimes the most ordinary coins hide the most extraordinary stories.